Hey, how's it going? Alright, you're tuning in, you're like, what is this? This isn't Irish music. Me and my friend Robert wrote that song, and we're gonna record it again soon with a guitar that's in tune. Alright, let's begin. What do I have for you today? On the banks of the roses, me love and I sit down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, "Ah, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave me?" Now when I was a young lad, I heard me father say that he would rather see me dead and buried in the clay sooner than be married to any runaway. By the lovely sweet banks of the roses, on the banks of the roses, me love and I sit down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, "Ah, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave me? Now I am no runaway, and sure I'll let them know that I can take the bottle and leave it alone. If her daddy doesn't like it, he can keep his daughter at home. And then Johnny will go roving with another on the banks of the roses, me love and I sit down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, "Ah, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave me? And if I e'er get married, it will be in the month of May, when the meadows they are green and the leaves they are gay, and me and my true love will sit and sport and play. By the lovely sweet banks of the roses, on the banks of the roses, me love and I sit down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. But in the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, "Ah, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave?" Done that one in a while. Banks of the Roses. It's an old one. Alright. You're gone the road to roll, you're on the road, and a toolbox on your back. There's a hairy ass fair in the county Clare, in a place they call Spansel Hill, where my brother James got a rap of a hames, and poor Paddy they tried to kill. They loaded us up in an old ass and cart, while Kate and Big Mary looked on. A bad luck to the day I roamed away to join the tinker band. Oh, Sullivan's John, to the road you've gone far away from your native home. You've gone with the tinker's daughter far along the road to Rome. Oh, Sullivan's John, you won't stick it long, till your belly will soon be slack, as you roam the road with your mighty load and the toolbox on your back. As you roam the road with your mighty load and the toolbox on your back. Thanks, welcome to the show. We're trying out some new stuff on Twitch, so if you're on Twitch, let me know if it looks funny. I don't have it up on my screen because I don't know why exactly. As I rolled down on South Street, a woman I did meet. She asked me to see her home. She lived on 14th Street and away, yes, shanty. my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. When we got to 14th Street, we stopped at number 4. Her mother and her sister dared to meet us at the door. And away you shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. When we got inside the house, the drink was passed around. The liquor, it came strong and fast, me head went round and round. And away you shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. When I awoke next morning, I had an aching head. I found myself stark naked and all alone in bed. And away you shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. My gold watch and my money and my lady friends were gone. There was I without a stitch or cent to call me old. And away you shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. Well, look out all you sailors and watch your step on shore. You'll have to get up early to be smarter than that whore. And away you shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. Card and cash will disappear, your hat and boots as well. 'Cause New York girls are tougher on the other side of hell. And away you shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. And away you shanty, my dear Annie. Oh, you knew your girls can she dance the polka. Alright, that's a little loud, so hold on, we have to make some adjustments here. There we go, we'll try that. Let me know how it sounds in the chat. Let's play the next song. Might have to It snowed here today, so the weather in my room is a little bit messing with the guitars. He sits on the corner of Beggar's Bush, astride of an old packing case, and the dolls at the end of the plank are dancing as he crooned with a smile on his face. Come day, go day, wishing my heart it was Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week and whiskey on a Sunday. His tired old hands from the wooden beam, and the puppets, they danced up and down. A far better show than you'd ever see at the fanciest theater in town. Come day, go day, wishing my heart it was Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week and whiskey on the Sunday. In 1902, Sir Davy died, and his songs were heard no more. The 3 dancing dolls in the dustbin were thrown, and the plank went to mend the back door. on some stormy night if you're passing that way, with the wind blowing up from the sea. You can still hear the sound of old Seth Davy as he croons to his dancing dolls three. Come day, go day, wishing me heart it was Sunday, drinking buttermilk all the week and whiskey on the Sunday. Thanks, let me know what you want to hear. Should I play some livelier songs? School day's over, come on then, John. Time to be getting your pit boots on. On with your sock and your moleskin trousers, it's time you were on your way. Time you were learning the pitman's job and earning the pitman's pay. Come on then, Jim, it's time to go. Time you were working down below. Time to work in the pick and shovel, you start at the pits today. Time you were learning the collier's job and earning the collier's pay. Come on then, die, it's almost light. Time you were off to the anthracite. The morning the mist is in the valley, it's time you were on your way. Time you were learning the miner's job and earning the miner's pay. Oh, now it's over, come on now, John. Time to be getting your pit boots on. Time for your sock and your moleskin trousers, it's time you were on your way. Time you were learning the pitman's job and earning the pitman's pay. Fields of Athenry, we can do that one. My lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they are taking you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies awaiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we'd dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. My lonely prison prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebel, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we'd dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely harbour wall, she watched the last star falling. As the prison ship sailed out against the sky. But she'll live and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we'd dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we'd dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's a good one. All right. What's next? I met my love by the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall, a dirty old town, dirty old town. Heard a siren from the docks, saw a train set the night on fire, smelled the spring on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon, cats are prowling on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. A dirty old town, dirty old town. to make me a good sharp axe, shining steel tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Hey, thanks for watching, Antonio Medeiros. No faz yo de portugués. Lo siento. Alright. Should we sing next? Oh, then tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush, my vocal, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon. For the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. For the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. And come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the garden is to be. At the little spot by the river, quite well known to you and me. One more word for signal token, whistle out the marching tune. With your pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. With your pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon. Out from many a mud wall cabin eyes were watching through the night. Many manly heart was beating o'er the blessed warning light. Numbers rang along the valley to the banshee's lonely croon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. All along that singing river, that black mass of men was seen. High above their shining weapons flew their own beloved green. Death to every foe and traitor, whistle out the marching tune. And hurrah me boys for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon. 'Tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon. And hurrah me boys for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not subscribed or whatever, you have to subscribe or whatever. Just do it. You can click whatever button you have to click on whatever platform you're on. I don't really know how it works. I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually own a computer. I'm borrowing this one. So good luck. Hope you can follow me. Let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way. But give me enough of the rare old stuff that's brewed round Galway Bay. Come gouge us all from Donegal, Sligo, Antrim too. I will give them the slip and we'll take a sip of the rare old Mountain Dew. Diddly-iddy-dum, diddly-iddy-dum, oh diddly-i-diddly-i-day. Diddly-iddy-dum, diddly-iddy-dum, oh diddly-i-diddly-i-day. At the foot of the hill there's a neat still where the smoke curls up to the sky. By the smoke and the pell you can plain detail there's poaching brewing nearby. Put away with your pills into cure all ills, be a pagan, Christian or Jew. Take off your coat and grace your throat with a bucket full of Mountain Dew. Diddly-iddy-dum, diddly-iddy-dum, oh diddly-i-diddly-i-day. Diddly-iddy-dum, diddly-iddy-dum, now diddly-i-diddly-i-day. Now learned men who use the pen have sung the praise high, of the sweet touching from air and green, distilled from wheat and rye. Where there's the air with a paraffin rare, and betwixt both me and you, big off we troll as homely bowl with a bucket full of Mountain Dew. Diddly-diddly-dum, diddly-diddly-dum, now diddly-I, diddly-I-day, diddly-diddly-dum, diddly-diddly-dum, now diddly-I, diddly-I-day, diddly-diddly-dum, diddly-diddly-dum, now diddly-I, diddly-I-day, diddly-diddly-dum, diddly-diddly-dum, now diddly-I, diddly-I-day. I let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way, but give me enough of the rare old stuff that's brewed near Galway Bay. Come go just all from Donegal, Sligo, Lintron too. I will give them the slip and we'll take a sip of the rare old Mountain Dew. Diddly-diddly-dum, diddly-diddly-dum, da diddly-I, diddly-I-day, diddly-diddly-dum, diddly-diddly-dum, da diddly-I, diddly-I-day. Alright, thanks for tuning in. My brother was very adamant that I display the mug for you. This is that time in the show. Here it is, the coffee cup. Why are we drinking coffee on an Irish show, you might ask? Because I need coffee. I need it. Tea's not going to cut it for what we're doing around here. Okay. We need the edge that coffee brings you. Alright, so where's my water? Hold on. We're gonna need water for this one. There's a song called The Rocky Road to Dublin. It's pretty famous. I always sang the version that was just the one I heard, which everybody sings, which is I don't know, the Dubliners sing it and a lot of other people sing it. Luke Kelly is famous for singing it, of the Dubliners, and if you sing the song through, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. There seems to be a lot missing to the story. So I dug up some of the old lyrics from, like, I think this one came from 1901. Somebody wrote it down. And so these are the lyrics we're going to sing. This is the first time I've ever sang these. I didn't even practice this, so we might be in trouble, but we're going to try it, and it'll be fun. In the merry month of June, from me home I started, let the girls up to me nearly broke it hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint to beer, me grief and tears, I smothered then off to reap the corn, leave where I was born, and cut a stone black dawn to banish those and gobble, brand new pair of brogues, crossed out all the bugs, frightened all the dogs, on the rocky road to Dublin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For it is the rocky road, here's the road to Dublin, here's the rocky road, go fire away to Dublin. The steam coach was at hand, the driver said he cheap one, but the luggage van was too much for me. Half in Sterling and I was bound, and never would you the balk at every step of the road. Red lads as I walk, did not sigh a moan until I saw it blown, a pain in my shin bone, it set me hard to bubbling. We're in the big cannon, looking o'er the Shannon, a very quickly ran on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, whack for Lolly Rod. We'll keep the chorus. In Mullingar that night I rested limbs so weary, started piding like me spirits bright, and Harry took a drop of the pure to keep me heart sing. That's a Paddy's cure, and now he's on for drinking to see the lassie smile, laughing all the while at your darling style with such a hard bubble. Asked if I was higher wages I required till I was nearly tired of the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road to Dublin. Knack for Lolly-da. In Dublin next to Ireland, God, it's such a pity to be so soon deprived of you in that fine city. And then I took a stroll all among the quality, me bundle it was stolen in a neat locality. something crossed me mind. When I looked behind, no bundle could I find upon me stick. Go up and inquiring for the road. Met the Connacht Road, wasn't much in vogue. On the rocky road, Dublin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, whack for Lollyrod. A coachman raised his hand as if myself was wanting, went up to a stand full of cars for Johnson. Step up, me boy, says the lad, and move with pleasure to the strawberry beds. I'll drive you at your leisure. Strawberry beds, says I, fate to be too high. Out on the straw lie the berries, won't be troubling. Drove me out as far upon an ounce of car. Fates had showed to never war on the rocky road to Dublin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, rock for Lollyrod. I soon got out of that spirits never failing, landed on the quay as the ship was sailing. Captain at me roared, said no room had he. When I jumped aboard a cabin, found the paddy down among the pigs, danced some hearty jigs, played some funny rigs. So walked around me, bubbling off to Holyhead. Wished myself was dead, a better farm instead. On the rocky road to Dublin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, rock for Lollyrod. The boys of Liverpool, when the dock I landed, called myself a fool. I could no longer stand it, blood began to boil, temper I was losing, poor old Errantine lay began abusing her on me. So says I shall leave me, I that fight some Galway boys came by, and saw I was a hobbling with a loud hooray. Joined me in the affray, and quickly paved the way for the rocky road to Dublin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin, whack for Lollyrod. Whack for Lollyrod. Alright. That's the song you sing after you drink the whole cup of coffee. I don't know if the extra verses are gonna work out. We might have to practice them first. Instead of just winging them live at the gig. Not that I've ever done that before. That'd be unprofessional. Who's here? Let's hear who's here and where you're from. Thanks for tuning in. It's good to have you here. Really good. And next week is St. Patrick's Day, and we'll do something fun for St. Patrick's Day. If you tune in here on St. Patrick's Day, there will be something here. It may or may not be me for the entire day. My 48-hour streaming idea was vetoed. All right. Clint, I showed the cup. I showed it on the screen. There you go. To Banbridge town in the county down, one morning last July, down a boring green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Should have coaxed an help, I'd shake myself, for to see I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. Well, as she onward sped, I shook me head, and I gazed to the feeling red. And I said, says I, to a passer-by, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? Well, he smiles at me, and with pride says he, that's the gem of Ireland's crown. She's young Rose McCann, from the banks of the Bann, she's a star at the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. She'd a soft brown eye and a look so sly, and a smile like a rose in June, and she craved each note from her lily white throat as she lilt an Irish tune. But at the pad and dance you were held in trance as she tripped through a jig or a reel. And on you go, she lit your soul, in her heart she would surely steal. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. At the harvest fair she'll be surely there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with me shoes shown bright and me hat cocked right, for a smile from the nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse or yoke, till me plough with the rust turns brown. Till a smiling bride by me own fireside sits a star at the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town. I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Go. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare, that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be fallen leave at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November we tread lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the true wealth of passion's pledge, the Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. But I loved too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I showed her the secret side that's known to the artists who have no the true gods of sound and tone. With word and tint I did not stint. I gave her poems to say, with her own name there, and her own dark hair, like clouds o'er the fields of May. All on a quiet street, where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly, my reason must allow that I have loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos, the clay he loos his wings at the dawn of day. Sweetheart, I'm bidding you fond farewell. I will be yours someday. I'm bound for a new land and my fortune to try, and I'm ready to sail away. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Oh, you can't leave me, this poor maiden cried. I will not let you go. But I must leave you, he gently replied, if for only a while, you know. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Now if in success or in failure, I will always be true, but each day in the land far away, I'll be building a home for you. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. She waits by the old cottage gate, watching the whole day through, till one day a message from over the sea, and she's hoping these words are true. Far away in Australia, now has come the time when I am ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Far away in Australia, now has come the time when I am ready tuning in. Thanks for watching. We're here every Saturday. Night I had a dream of a girl I once loved, the most beautiful I'd ever seen. I'd been travelling away in far America, and now I returned to her home across the sea. Walking to the door of her home in County Cork, I could see her take a second look. Could it really be me, returning to where I used to be, so happily in love with her? In the home across the sea where we loved so merrily, and her eyes were forever like a child's. And I told you, my Colleen, you will forever be the love I seek so wide. She kissed me on the cheek, and softly she did speak that she was never going to leave me. When I held her close, her face went pale as a ghost, and her skin was as cold as could be. In a home across the sea where we loved so merrily, and her eyes were forever like a child's. And I told you, my Colleen, you will forever be the love I seek so wide. When I awoke, a sight that made me sigh, all my passions were lost. The house lay in ruins, the fields were going right through it, and worst of all, she was gone. From a home across the sea where we loved so merrily, and her eyes were forever like a child's. And I told you, my Colleen, you will forever be the love I seek so wild. Looking back, I remember it well, when all my dreams were true. And if I could go back and change anything, sure I wouldn't change a thing about you. In your home across the sea where we loved so merrily, and her eyes were forever like a child's. And I told you, my Colleen, you will forever be the love I seek so wild. In your home across the sea where we loved so merrily, and your eyes were forever like a child's. And I told you, my Colleen, you will forever be the love I seek so wild. Thanks for watching. Alright. Play another one. They come from the farms and the factories too. They all soon forget who they are. The cares of today are soon washed away as they sit at the stool by the bar. Girl with the green eyes and the Rolling Stones shirt doesn't look like she works on the land. The man at the end is a very good friend, of a man who sells cars second hand. Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam, everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there so happy to be there. The salesmen relax with a few pints of beer, and they try not to talk about trade. The poet won't write any verses tonight, he may sing a sweet serenade. So pull up a chair and forget about life, it's a good thing to do now and then. And if you like it here, well, I have an idea. Tomorrow let's all meet again down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Finnegan lived on Watling Street, a gentleman Irish, mighty odd. He had a brogue, both rich and sweet, and to rise in the world he carried a heart. Tim had a bit of the tippling way, with the love of the liquor he was born. Send him on his way each day, a drop at the crater every morn. Aquality, dance with your partner on the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Rather full, his head felt heavy, which made him shake. He fell off the ladder and he broke his skull, and they carried him home, his corpse to wake. They rolled him up in a nice clean sheet, and they laid him out upon the bed, with a barrel of whiskey at his feet and a bottle of porter at his head. Aquality, dance with your partner on the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. His friends assembled at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. Fresh she handed tea and cake, then pipe, tobacco and brandy punch. The widow Malone began to cry, such a lovely corpse did she ever see. Tim Mavonine, why did you die? Will you hold your God, says Molly McGee. Aquality, dance with your partner on the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Now Mary O'Connor took up the job. Biddy says she a wrong, I'm sure. Biddy gave her a belt on the gob and left her sprawling on the floor. Civil war they did engage, woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and the row and ruction soon began. Aquality, dance with your partner on the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Tim Maloney ducked his head when a bottle of whiskey flew at him. He ducked and landed on the bed, the whiskey scattered all over Tim. But Daddy revives and see how he rises. Tim Finnegan rising into bed, saying, throwing your whiskey round like blazes. Thunder and Jesus, did you think I was dead? Aquality, dance with your partner on the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, lots of fun at Finnegan's wake. Aquality, dance with your partner on the floor, you try to shake. Isn't it the truth? I tell you, fins and flippers that shimmy and shake. Alright, thanks for watching. If you're on Facebook right now, leave me a comment. It can be anything. You can say hi, Corey, or tell me where you're from. There's only like one person on Facebook right now, but I don't know if the chat's working right or not. Not that it matters. All right. What else do we have here? Here's a good one. In the days I went to courting, I was... I totally know what I'm doing here. In the days I went to courting, I was never tired resorting to the alehouse or the playhouse or many's a house besides. I told my brother Seamus I'd go off and go right famous, and before I come back again I roamed the world wide. So goodbye, Muirsheen Durkin, I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the Brady's, no longer I'll be fooled. As sure as my name is Carney, I'll be off to California, where instead of digging Brady's, I'll be digging lumps of gold. I've courted girls in Blarney, in Kanturk and in Killarney, in Passage and in Queenstown, that is the Cove of Cork. So goodbye to all this pleasure, for I'm going to take me leisure, and the next that she will hear from me will be a letter from New York. So goodbye, Muirsheen Durkin, I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the Brady's, no longer I'll be fooled. But here's my name is Carney, I'll be off to California, where instead of digging Brady's, I'll be digging lumps of gold. Goodbye to all you boys at home, I'm sailing far across the foam to try and make me fortune in far America, where there's gold and money plenty for the poor and for the gentry. And when I come back again, I never more will stray. So goodbye, Muirsheen Durkin, I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the Brady's, no longer I'll be fooled. But sure as my name is Carney, I'll be off to California, where instead of digging Brady's, I'll be digging lumps of gold. Hey James, good to hear from you, and good to have you here. And yeah, that's cool. I've always liked Irish music. My dad's from Ireland, and I love the music. So if you have a request, I'll try to entertain your any requests. Thanks, Pumpkin Nation. Yeah, we can play Irish Rover. You know, I don't think I have all the verses. I'm not Shane McGowan. I tried to drink enough to become Shane McGowan, but it didn't work. That's a terrible joke. Okay. The poor guy's in a wheelchair. That's a hard living man. Alright, we'll sing Irish Rover. Where is it? Yeah, okay. On the 4th of July, 1806, we set sail from the sweet Cove of Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. It was an elegant craft, she was rigged fore and aft, and how the wild wind drove her. She stood several blasts in her 27 masts, and they called her the Irish Rover. We had 1 million bags of the best Sligo rags. We had 2 million barrels of stone. We had 3 million sides of a blind horse's hides. We had 4 million barrels of bone. We had 5 million hogs, 6 million dogs, 7 million barrels of porter. We had 8 million bales of old nanny goat tails in the hold of the Irish Rover. There's Barney McGee from the banks of the Lee, and there was Hogan from County Tyrone. There was Johnny McGurk, who was scared stiff of work, and a man from Westmeath called Malone. There was Slugger O'Toole, who was drunk as a rule, and Fighting Bill Tracy from Dover, and your man McMccann from the banks of the Bann was the skipper of the Irish Rover. For a sailor it's always a bugger in life, it's so lonesome by night or by day, and he longs for the shore and a carmine young whore who can melt all his troubles away. All the noise and the rout, spilling poaching and stout, never over for the love of a maid. He's never afraid of the love of the Irish Rover. We had sailed 7 years when the measles broke out, and the ship lost its way in the fog, they thought, and the whale of a crew was reduced down to 2. 'Twas myself and the captain's old dog. Then the ship struck a rock, oh Lord, what a shock. The bulkhead was turned right over, turned 9 times round, and that poor old dog was drowned. Now I'm the last of the Irish Rover. There you go, by request. I used to be in a band called Poaching and Stout, and there are all of these things that happen in the verses, and I cannot replicate any of them because I was oblivious to it all. But when they played Poaching and Stout, everybody stopped, and because the band's name was Poaching and Stout, so it was a thing. This is hilarious, isn't it? Listen to me describe my inside jokes. What other requests do we have? We still have some time for a few more, I think. Oh, here I am from Paddy's land, a land of high renown. I broke the hearts of all the girls for miles from Keady town. And when they hear that I'm away, they'll raise a hullabaloo. When they hear about that handsome lad they call O'Donoghue. For I'm the boy to please her, I'm the boy to tease her, I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. Well, a quarter like an Irishman will be brogue and blarney too. We'll be working, swillicking, hullicking, gullicking, bold O'Donoghue. Well, I wish me love was a red, red rose, a golden garden wall, and me to be a dewdrop, and upon her crowing fall. Perhaps then she might think of me as a rather heavy dew. No more she'd love the handsome lad they call O'Donoghue. For I'm the boy to please her, I'm the boy to tease her, I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. Well, I caught her like an Irishman with me brogue and blarney too. Swillickin', hullickin', gullickin', bold O'Donoghue. Hey, the Queen Victoria has a daughter fine and grand. Perhaps she'd think it into her head for to marry an Irish man. No man, I only get the chance to have a word or two. I'm sure she'd take a notion to the boulder Donahue. For I'm the bite of Peacer, I'm the bite of Peacer, I'm the bite of Squeezer, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll cart her like an Irishman with me brogue and blarney too. With me rollicking, swollicking, hullicking, rollicking boulder Donahue. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you're not following or subscribed or something, I would love to have you as a regular viewer / heckler, whatever you want to do. Thank you, Pumpkin Nation. I appreciate it. Singing was never my strong suit, and I still don't know how to sing. I was always pretty good at guitar, and I took some like more formal lessons and have some better training. But singing, I just copied the CDs that I had in my car when I was driving around, and that's how I learned to sing. So there's probably some singing coach out there who's absolutely appalled at what I do, and that's okay. Alright. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. In the little streets of Belfast, in the dark of early morn, British soldiers came a-rolling, wrecking little homes with scorn. Hear the sobs of crying children, dragging fathers from their beds. Watch the slain as helpless mothers, watch the blood pour from their heads. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Not for them a judge or jury, nor for them a crime at all. Being Irish means you're guilty, so we're guilty one and all. Round the world the truth will echo, Cromwell's men are here again. England's name again is sullied in the eyes of honest men. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men. Proudly march behind our banner, proudly march behind our men. We will have them free to help us build a nation once again. All the people stand together, proudly, firmly on our way. Never fear and never falter, till the boys come home to stay. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I think our time's about up. We'll shut it down pretty soon. Was down the glen came McAlpine's men with their shovels slung behind them. Was in a pub, they drank their sub, and out in the spite you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud with pints and carts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I stripped to the skin with the darky Flynn way down on the Isle of Grain. With horse-face too, we knew the rule: no money if you stopped for the rain. McAlpine's God was a well-filled hod, his shoulders cut to bits and seared. And woe was he went to look for tea with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I worked to the sweat, nearly had me met with Russian, Czech and Pole. For shuddering jams in the hydro dams, or underneath the Thames in a hole. I grafted hard, and I got me cards, and many gangers fist across me ears. And if you pride your life, don't join by Christ with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I remember the day when the barrel what Horseface said when he saw him dead, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. I'm a navvy shot was his one retort that reached unto my ears. When the going gets rough, I must be tough with McAlpine's Fusiliers. Down the glen McAlpine's men with their shovels slung behind them. 'Twas in a pub they drank their sup, and out in the spike you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud with pints and carts of beer. And now we're on McAlpine's Fusiliers. Thank you. It's almost lunchtime. We'll sing one or two more songs. I have to eat. They don't feed me until I play the music. Alright. Alright, I promised Amanda I'd sing the Parting Glass. We'll do that. And there's another song I was gonna sing. What was it? Molly Maguires. I think I was gonna sing this one in the key of the other one. I had this all worked out. I swear, I actually prepare for these things. Not well. Make way for the Molly Maguires. They're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires. You'll never see the likes of them again. Down the mines, no sunlight shines. Those pits, they're black as hell. In mud and slime, they'll do their the day they travelled far and drowned their tears in the dark. So make way for the Molly Maguires, they're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Make way for the Molly Maguires, you'll never see the likes of them again. Backs will break and muscles ache. Down there, there's no time to dream. If fields and farms have women's arms, just think that bloody scene. Though they drain their bodies underground, who dare to push them around? So make way for the Molly Maguires, they're drinkers, they're liars, but they're men. Take way for the Molly Maguires, you'll never see the likes of them again. Alright, here's the last song. Oh, that's not gonna do, is it? The last song was actually like 3 songs ago. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company. Hold on. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Somebody knocking at my window. Start again. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company. And all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So filled me the parting glass, good night and joy be to y'all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to say. But since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. My dearest dear, the time draws near when here no longer can I stay. There's not a comrade I leave behind that is grieving for my going away. But since it has so ordered been, once is past can't be recalled. Now fill to me the parting glass, good night and joy be to you all. Oh, if I had the money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town that surely has me heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I know she has me heart enthralled. Ah, but filled me the parting glass, good night and joy be to you all. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna go see what kind of animal or person is banging on my window. If you haven't, please like and share this video and subscribe it and all of that stuff, because I would really appreciate your support. And thanks for watching. See you next Saturday. Oh, and yeah, next Saturday, then St. Patrick's Day after that. Take care.